Welcome everybody to the 2015 playoff version of Asian Guys Talk About the NBA.
I'm David.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Richie.
And there are absolutely no Asians involved in the 2015 NBA playoffs.
Except for maybe some trainers.
Some medical staff.
But you know, regardless, a lot of Asian guys do like the NBA, so let's get into it.
So currently, as we film this video, we are in the first round of 4 rounds on the road to the NBA championship.
All right, you guys, let's go through every first round matchup.
On the West Coast. All right, so the first seed Golden State Warriors versus the 8th seed New Orleans Pelicans.
And I feel like the Pelicans got a lot of heart, but not enough talent.
I mean, shout out to Anthony Davis. I think that he's going to be a future MVP and Hall of Famer. Do you think that people might start growing the unibrow?
I might have mine grown out.
I haven't played. You see?
Yeah, you haven't. No, you haven't.
I'm just gonna let it ride.
Maybe some power in it?
Maybe there's not power in it, but I think there's empowerment in it.
That one video where it's a bird and then it just flies off his. It's pretty funny.
It's gonna be tough to get one game. I think they'll get one game though. Those guys have talent, but they don't have experience.
I don't know if New Orleans is even going to win one game in this series, but they played their hearts out and they earned a lot of people's respect.
So what? Sweep?
All right, you guys, I got the sweep from the Warriors, but New Orleans is going to give them a good game every single time.
I got Golden State 4-1. I think Pelicans are going to get one game at home.
I say the sweep, man.
All right, the 4th seed Portland versus the 5th seed Memphis.
All right, the 4 and 5 seed, that's always one where it could go either way. If Wesley Matthews didn't get injured, I think they'd have a chance. I think Memphis is going to end it in 5.
Memphis is too good of a team, man.
Is it fair to say that Memphis, clearly their style of play is built for the playoffs?
Kind of like the Spurs.
I think the Warriors are going to struggle with Memphis because I think Memphis is going to advance.
That's gonna be a crazy one.
Predictions for this round.
And you know, I'm gonna have to go with the Grizzlies in 5.
Grizzlies in 5.
You know, I said the Pelicans were going to get one game on the Warriors, so I feel like I got to say Portland's going to get 2 games with Memphis.
2 games is a series, man.
Yeah, Memphis in 6. The 3rd seed Clippers versus the 6th seed Spurs.
This is a fun one.
That's on the fence.
All right, to me, the Clippers have always been a really flashy team during the season. They always struggled in the playoffs. I never really believed in Blake Griffin to step up.
Chris Paul, man.
Yeah, he got that
He got
all-state.
that chip on his shoulder.
He got that
now,
all-state
man. He's
insurance.
pissed off.
Ever since Steph rocked him super cold, the man has been on a mission.
The next game after that, he dropped like 40-something.
Yeah, he had like 40 and 17.
He was pissed.
This might be his year to go deep. To me, he's still the most talented point guard, but he hasn't always been a winner as much as you think.
You know that some people say that Chris Paul, all aspects being considered, is the most talented point guard of all time. Theoretically, he has very few weaknesses.
I want to see him win, though. His weaknesses is in the W and L category.
Oh!
So who do you got coming out? Clippers or Spurs?
Man.
All right, if Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard do not step up, I do not believe Tim Duncan, as Mr. almost 40-year-old, is going to step up and do that much.
All right, I'm saying Game 7 Spurs, man. Sorry.
You know what, for fun, because
pull it out.
I feel like this could be Chris Paul's year to make it Clippers in 7. Oh, I hate saying that.
I'm going with the Spurs in 7, man.
Right.
Part of me is just tired.
Yeah, I want them to win.
Tired of seeing the Spurs in it, but their system is incredible.
Look,
it's a well-oiled machine.
Austin Rivers is key, that's all I'm saying.
All right. Is Austin Rivers and big baby Glenn Davis going to beat the Spurs?
We got the 2nd seed Houston Rockets versus the 7th seed Dallas Mavericks.
It's the battle of Texas. Listen, Houston's up 2-0 right now, and they've won in pretty convincing fashion.
Yeah.
And Rondo has been absolutely killing the Mavericks offense.
Nobody's really stepped up for Dallas. Houston's going to take this one, obviously. In how many games?
4-1.
Houston at 5.
Houston's sweeping.
Is James Harden the MVP or Steph Curry?
All right, this is a good question because stat-wise, I think James Harden actually deserves it a little bit more than Steph Curry. Because James Harden, he's the only person on his team. Klay Thompson kind of dropping all those numbers takes away from Steph a little bit. But the reason why I don't think James Harden's going to win it because nobody really likes him. I love him as a player, but like as a personality, I don't really get it.
I literally think that Kimbo Slice is more relatable than James Harden.
When it comes to MVP, a lot more things other than just the stats are coming into play. It's marketing. It's kind of like how people feel about you. Are you as a leader? Steph Curry's a really likable dude. People want to see him win MVP.
He's like the face of the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Like hands down.
I mean, if Harden was taken out of Houston, man, it would suck.
They would be terrible.
I feel like if Curry left Golden State, they would be okay.
They would still be in the playoffs for sure.
Oh, Houston would definitely not be in the playoffs.
They would not be in the playoffs without James Harden.
I want Harden.
Because you got Harden. I got the James Harden
shoes. It is fair
shoes.
that Richie wears James Harden's signature shoe.
Are you biased? All right.
I'm buying into the hype. I like Curry.
I'll just roll with Steph Curry. Go into the East side.
Really, the weak side.
It is the weak side. It is.
Though.
No, just for NBA, the East Coast is weak. So you got first seed Atlanta Hawks versus the 8th seed Brooklyn Nets.
Jalen Rose said that Brooklyn has a chance of beating Atlanta.
Really? I don't think Brooklyn's gonna take it.
I'm going with Jalen Rose.
Okay. I think Atlanta in 5.
I say Brooklyn in 6.
Atlanta in 6.
Don't sleep on Corver though, man.
Oh.
He in like 54% of his
Hey,
three-pointers this year.
Corver, I've realized he doesn't even just shoot the open threes anymore.
No,
he just shoot anything.
He be busting people in their face. So you got
Washington.
4th seed Toronto Raptors versus the 5th seed Washington Wizards.
Oh,
But
running
the
through
Washington
the
as of right now, Washington's up 2-0.
And
That's why Drake hasn't been posting about that.
Oh my goodness.
Can we do an impression of him sitting courtside?
I feel like it's more problems with Toronto than props to the Wizards.
Because Toronto hasn't been good since the All-Star break.
Lowry, man.
I never really fully understood what made Kyle Lowry that good, other than the fact that he just made all his shots. He would just take really like questionable shots, but he would make them. And I think in the second half of the season, he wasn't making them anymore. How about this real quick? Hey, did we all go to a Wizards game? We all went. When we were in Philadelphia earlier for the shooting the TV show, we all went to the Sixers game.
We watched the Sixers and Wizards.
And we actually
Deal.
were at a restaurant and we sat right
Yes.
next to John Wall and all.
True.
John Wall's back at his head was like this close to my head.
I say Washington with the sweep.
With the sweep, man.
Yeah.
My God.
They're up 2-0 in
Toronto at one point was considered the best team in the NBA early in the season. I'm gonna say Washington in 6.
I'm gonna go with the sweep too, just because Toronto has been that bad.
Man, just the collapse, man.
Damn, the Raptors.
The fall of the Roman Empire.
Toronto collapse.
Are the Raptors about to go extinct?
Oh.
All right, man. Moving up. The 3rd seed, Chicago Bulls versus the 6th seed, Milwaukee Bucks.
All you need to know is this young man called Antetokounmpo.
Giannis. First of all, are you guys surprised that Milwaukee is even the 6th seed? Shout out to Jay Kidd, because he's the coach. I remember last year, everybody thought Jay Kidd was a terrible coach with the Brooklyn Nets, right? He goes to the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're in 6th seed in the playoffs now.
He did say he didn't like the supporting staff in the Brooklyn. That's why he said he wasn't winning.
I am actually really surprised because if you look at their team, there's no standouts.
Bro, historically, you would have never thought the Bucks would be 6th seed. All right, Chicago's
All right,
up
all
2-0.
right, first of all, D Rose is back for the playoffs. D Rose has been dropping what, 20 a game?
Not going super crazy, but doing solid.
15 to 20. Shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to Jason Kidd. Bulls are gonna sweep.
Okay, I'm rolling. I'm going with the Bulls sweep. This team doesn't deserve to get past Chicago.
I'm going with Milwaukee gets 1.
All right, we got the 2nd seed Cleveland Cavaliers versus the 7th seed Boston Celtics. All right, right now as we film this video, Cleveland's up 2-0 on Boston.
Listen, they're gonna sweep, and everybody expects them to. Is Cleveland a perfect example of talent over synergy?
Their teamwork has definitely gotten better.
Is it crazy that Chicago and Cleveland have to meet in round 2? That's supposed to be your Eastern Conference final happening in round 2. Whoever wins between Atlanta and Washington is gonna get their butt kicked in the Eastern Conference finals.
I like Cleveland versus Chicago though because they got that beef.
That's-
James and Noah, they hate each other.
All right, on the West Coast, let's do some quick second round predictions. So in the second round, to us, you're gonna have Golden State versus Memphis.
I'm gonna take Golden State in 6.
It might even go to 7.
I say 7.
All right, you know what? Golden State's winning that. We all agree.
I think they're gonna be super physical with Steph Curry.
Oh, Tony Allen might guard Steph Curry. That's gonna be tough.
No,
Tony
see,
Allen.
I'm there that off the ball he may get Steph Curry and at least one
Man.
chokehold.
Oh, between the Clippers and Spurs.
You said Spurs.
We'll roll with Spurs. Okay, Spurs versus Houston.
I'm
Talking about James.
sorry, I have to go with the Spurs again, man.
For sure, the Spurs.
They always make it to at least the Western Conference.
You know what?
Finals.
At least Houston will get out of the first round this time. Spurs and what?
7.
Spurs. Oh, it's gonna go to a game 7.
I'm not betting on Josh Smith over Tim Duncan for anything.
I think Spurs in 6. So on the East Coast second round, we are predicting Atlanta versus Washington.
And I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Like Paul Pierce is killing Toronto right now because he's like all playing mind games with him. But is he really gonna be able to sustain that pace?
I think Atlanta will take it in 5.
Say Atlanta in 6.
I say Washington in 6.
Wow.
I saw them in person and I was really impressed.
Wow.
You know, I see some things that a lot of people don't see.
What do you see in him?
Wall, 360 layups.
Okay.
Those get you
That's
far in
true.
the
No,
playoffs.
I think everybody saw
I'm
those.
just kidding. But I feel like Beal, Wall, and Pierce, that's a deadly little trio right there.
Chicago and Cleveland, who's coming out? I can't even
He's
say,
going
man.
7. It's tough to see LeBron losing in the second round.
Yeah, it's tough. He doesn't.
And to be honest, I hate to say this, man, but I don't think D Rose is gonna be in the second round.
Me too.
Let's be real. Just because D-Rose back doesn't mean he's back forever.
You know how they say he's on a day-to-day basis? Nah, he's
Yeah.
on a quarter-to-quarter basis.
So you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you gotta go with Cleveland.
Damn.
Cleveland's gonna take it.
I like Chicago.
All right, so basically we see Atlanta and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we see Golden State and the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals.
Let's leave it there.
Let's just leave it there.
Let us know in the comments below who you think will be in the NBA Finals and the Western and the Eastern Conference Finals.
Tweet us if you guys want. Hit us up on social media. We are definitely watching and keeping up with the NBA playoffs. And until next time, we're out.
Peace.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching that playoff edition of Asian Guys Talk About the NBA. Guess what? We got another one coming once we get to the finals.
Oh, let us know in the comments below if you like these videos from us. Watch this video right here. Watch this video right here. Subscribe to Richie's channel. Check out our shirts at fungbrothers.com. We got some new designs coming. I know like a lot of Asian guys like to talk about the NBA, but they don't always get to talk about it with all their friends. So, you know, we're kind of like your friends that are talking about the NBA with you. Think about it that way. All right. Peace. We out. Ah, my butt hurts.